Good afternoon, early evening. There's a baby peeper turkey. And then the baby chickie over there. Yeah. These birds like to hang out. After yesterday's adventure, I went ahead and just said screw it and passed the fuck out. Like, no, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I think I slept until like 1 or something like that, and then I woke up for a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours, and then went right back to sleep and woke up probably around 2 o'clock, somewhere in there, something like that. I was gonna go down to one of the local golf courses to walk around on their trail, but I was gonna run to the market first, obviously go get some smokes first and something to drink for on the walk. Go hop in the folks' truck to test it out and pushing the brakes. I'm like, nope, those are soft. Those are like, yeah, no, those are like mashed potatoes. Well, anyways, I ended up saying, no, I ended up axing that. I was like, it's not going to happen. I'll just go in and sit down. Yes, I sat and medicated for a moment. Just kind of just letting my brain just clear out, because I'm just ready to go. You know, I don't hate anybody. I just hate what's all gone on. All the shit that's gone on. And I just hope some of the different ones, you know, do get help, and hope at some point they can somehow find forgiveness themselves too, or in themselves and others, I guess you could say. I've just grown tired of all of this, and I'm just ready to go. I understand I'm at the point where I've got more things to deal with when it comes to this, you know, getting shit out of my house, getting moved, all this crap. So that way the sale can finally finish. Requested the pod thing to be returned so that way I can just go get a U-Haul and move it into storage or whatever. If I really had the time and energy, to be honest, to actually go through all the other stuff, you know, other than what was in my computer room, which is mostly just like my printer and stuff like that, and stuff for my photography and my books. Be getting rid of like a lot of shit I don't need. There's junk I don't need in there at all. Yes, I love my movie collection. I'm at a point where it's like I would grab let's say my top favorite 500 movies or something, not whatever, I would take it and go. I don't know, I'm just at this point, it's time to go. I'm tired, and I need to go somewhere where I can actually like do better, and I can't do that from here. Turkey Boy agrees. I think the biggest struggle is not knowing where to go. It's like I'm ready to just go. I mean, with my truck and then the way my car is, yeah, this is just yeah, it's gonna be a big pain in the ass. It just, you know, yeah, it threw a wrench in the bullshit. Somehow I'm supposed to drive the folks' truck down to Klamath Falls here this week at some point to make sure that the septic people, you know, once they're done with the inspections and all that's finished with. I hate going to that house, and the fact that I go there every time and I'm on my own, I hate it. You know, I just, not in the literal sense of hate, it's just, if it wasn't for the fact that there are things there that are important to me, I would leave everything else behind. because logically, I mean, a lot of that shit can be replaced, but at the same time, I don't necessarily need it. Yeah, I'd love to take some of my movies. I have my favorites in there. It's just I'm ready to go, and I really need to get somewhere better to where I can even get to the point where I can cut back and quit smoking. Finally, I can do all this shit, because this isn't like I'm repeating myself. I can't do that here. I'm stressed out, frustrated, irritated, that type of stuff. I'm burned out. Like, I'm definitely burned out. I just have to keep going, because it's like, what choice do I have? That hard decision. I think to a degree has already been made for me, and I'm just not going to fight it. I want to be able to start feeling better. I want to be able to start doing what I need to do. I want to be able to feel wanted again, finally. Just the list goes on. And for me, it's not about financial gain. It's about just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's more than I can put into words. I am exhausted in combination of, yes, my meds. So I'm sorry about my eyes. Little red. I'm generally squinting a lot anyways. It's just I'm ready to let everything go. I basically already have. I just need to get to where I can get through the rest of this bullshit, and I want to be able to focus on starting my business. I've got a setback going, and just more things to worry about, and I've got to figure it out somehow. Shit happens. There's not a whole lot there's not a whole lot that can be done, to make, all I can do is just kind of let shit go and just move forward. Because, yeah, I'm just tired of all this toxic shit, and I'm doing my best to kind of try and let it be in. It is a lesson. I'm learning it, and it's a hard one, and some of it, too, is I'm in a constant state of anxiety here, and it makes it hard to have solid sleep, and a lot of times it's even making it difficult to really, be able to keep clear-minded most of the time, because this place is just, I don't think I got as much clarity as I did for a while there, like when I was gone for the last week there, where I had all that time on my own. I didn't have all this. I didn't focus on the bullshit necessarily. I was busy. I was getting around people that had good vibes. They're genuinely good people. It's just I'm finding myself in this position of, I'm realizing that some are trying to utilize my niceness against me, and I'm having to become more guarded. I'm having more trouble trusting people. I'm having trouble figuring out who around me is being genuine, or if any of them are at all. On some occasions, it's just I'm done and I'm tired. I just want to get out of here. Focus on the rest of this healing process, and build on something, because I'm just right now I'm kind of not really at a loss. I'm just, part of me's, dealing with confusion. Part of me's, a big part of me is just straight up overwhelmed and burned out. It's like, be great to, I don't want to go any deeper with it. It's just time for me to go, basically. How soon that's going to be, only God and time will tell. I'm not doing it because I hate anyone. Excuse me. I'm not doing it because I just don't like anyone. I just don't trust a lot of people. There's just been way too much shit that's gone on over the last several years. It's been way too fucking toxic. And in my mind, it's been way too evil. And it's like, I need to go. I'm tired. And I want to be somewhere where I'm actually wanted, where I can hopefully find or be with someone that actually wants to be committed to the relationship, not treat me like I'm just an option all the time. I want to go somewhere where I can focus on building my business and be able to take care of, my family, basically, even if it's whatever, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of things that are going in my head, and a lot of it's not negative. It's just, and it's not really like, what options do I have? It's more or less, you're kind of looking for something, but you don't know what it is. And you won't know until you see it, type thing. It's like, it's right there. It's just all this. There's a lot of good memories here, and I do love this place. It's just, there's way too much bad shit that's gone on here, and just in this area, just all over within the family. Yeah, I've got to go. This has got to change, and it can't change here. As much as I want to stick around for different ones who mean a lot to me, I still question, like, where do I stand? And I shouldn't have to have that feeling of questioning, like, where do I stand? Because I just went several years alone dealing with this torture. I've gotten to a point, it's like, well, I know these people know that I'm waiting to finish selling my house, and now it's little hints and all that of, like, hey, let's get a house together. I don't take it personal on that note, and I don't want it taken as if I do. It's just, I realize, it's like, no, I've got to go somewhere smart, somewhere where I can do this right, and I can't do it here. I need to get this, basically, I need to sever contact with the rest of my demons. I need to surround myself with better people. I'm kind of like my dogs in a sense. I haven't really been socialized in all that for a while. Where my dogs are somewhat socialized, I'm somewhat socialized, but I'm not like I used to be. I have to relearn that. And that's something that my friend Ed, really reminded me of. And he taught me something while I was out there at the Gambler. And it's like, trying to get me re-socialized. Because, I think he recognizes I'm not really the Taco. I was nicknamed Taco for a long time. That they knew, because something in me had broke. And at the same time, I haven't really been around people in a long time to that capacity, even when it comes to, like, say, birthday parties or family gatherings. I get uncomfortable with that, and there's more to this than what I've been going through, and and I'm tired of this cycle being nonstop. And I do feel, to a degree, it's just not going to end unless I leave. I've got to go. That's the type of thing. I don't hate anyone. I don't dislike anyone. I don't, like, not love anyone. It's just, I've got to be able to focus on becoming what I need to become as a person, so that way eventually in time, you know, if allowed or what have you, or I may return to a capacity to be able to speak and see the different people again. It's just what happened like was bad. And nobody's going to understand that, because I'm not really the type of person who's able to communicate everything in such a logical, or well, I guess sometimes a logical way, but not in such a clear way. Because I hold back a lot of shit. I can only talk to certain people, like, depending on who it is, I can end up word vomiting all over you. Where, like, even on here, I tend to hold back a lot at times, and so I mean, I just have found that, that I kind of hit that point where it's like, yeah, I've got to go. This is just gonna get worse the longer I stay here, and I have to just be patient for, like, the crap with my house. I've got to be patient with, like, the people around me and what I'm dealing with right now and the environment around me. I just kind of got to work through this and just kind of keep moving forward until, that moment happens. I'm keeping open-minded about a lot of things, while at the same time I've kind of accepted what has happened, what is, what's done is done. I don't have much expectations of a lot of those involved with the entire situation the last few years, at least. But I know I'm pretty. I've pretty not pretty well. I've moved on from what I went through with that person. I'm still healing from the damages, though, if that makes sense. And so, I'm just looking or trying to. I'm weighing my. I'm keeping open to the process right now. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, good evening, and take care. Bye.